The United States continues to be one of the most prosperous countries in the world. It has a particularly strong and open economy, with a variety of domestic and international investment sources, robust property rights, and a business environment that promotes entrepreneurship, competition, and innovation. However, the U.S. Prosperity Index highlights that this prosperity is not distributed evenly across the country, with significant disparities between states, counties, and different groups of society. The index also shows that national prosperity weakened over the last year as COVID-19 and the actions taken in response to the virus affected society at many levels. Adult mortality rates, which had already been rising before the pandemic, increased further, and the likelihood of a 65-year-old dying before they reached 85 rose by 16%. Shutting down restaurants, bars, and non-essential retail resulted in 20 million non-farm workers losing their jobs, with Nevada and Michigan particularly hard hit. The poverty rate increased, and there are now more than 500,000 homeless Americans, equivalent to the entire population of Wyoming. And mental health, which had already been deteriorating in all states except New Hampshire, weakened further. But while there is never a good time to experience a global health crisis, the index reveals that the U.S. was in a strong place from which to tackle the pandemic, as national prosperity had been rising continuously for more than a decade, and there had been long-term improvements across many aspects of society. Productivity had increased, and the value of exported goods had risen significantly, with Maryland and New Mexico the most improved states. There had been an increase in the skills of the adult population, with 18 million more Americans becoming degree educated. Americans had become healthier, with all states seeing the rates of smoking decline, and almost all areas seeing a fall in levels of alcohol and pain reliever abuse. And the country had seen a reduction in property crime, with Florida and Massachusetts experiencing the biggest improvement. However, the index also reveals that there were challenges acting as a brake on U.S. prosperity even before COVID-19. There had been a significant rise in mass killings and injuries, with Hawaii, New Hampshire, and North Dakota the only states not to experience a mass shooting since 2013. Although personal and family relationships had strengthened, social networks had weakened in most states, and obesity levels were high and increasing, with more than 40% of adult Americans identified as obese, although in some counties, this was over 50%. Despite the long-standing challenges and those introduced through the pandemic, the U.S. has much to be confident about and celebrate. The strong resurgence in new business applications during the second half of last year and into 2021 is a testament to the entrepreneurial spirit that America is known for, and bodes well for the post-pandemic economic recovery. As the nation looks to the future, the key to unlocking greater prosperity lies in the potential for improvement in every state and county. The U.S. Prosperity Index is a transformational tool that enables leaders to identify their area-specific challenges and opportunities so they can reset following the pandemic and rebuild a more prosperous nation that will benefit all Americans.